So the team's back on for the second half. No substitutes on the Warrington side. The Oldham side just come out. Don't notice any substitutes on that side either. So it's the same 13 that finished the first. That will start the second, with Oldham leading by 8 points to 6. 40 minutes. Minutes then between placing the John Play semi-finals for either Warrington or Oldham. We'll take you on that far side. So Oldham in possession, starting the second half inside their own 25. It goes out with Steve Peters, short one to Clausen. Clausen drives forward. Warrington were looking for an early score at the start of this second half as Sanderson goes himself in to play the ball, gets out of one tackle, drives forward once more. Short to Hugh Waddle. Waddle gets out of one tackle. Still Waddle finally being pushed back, still gets the ball away to Steve Peters. Peters though drops the ball and Warrington dive on it with Mark Roberts. So Warrington then chances there at the start of this second half. Tamati onto John Woods, Woods to Holden. Holden looking for a gap himself, turns, wrapped up that time by Teddy Flanagan. Tamati once more, swings out to McGinty. McGinty head down, drives in. McGinty's still going. Just stopped short of the own 25. Tamati this time goes himself in to play the ball. Caught immediately though by Mal Graham. Pushed back as well. Tamati trying to unload the ball. Finally the referee decides to call held. Mike Gregory's acting half-back, swings out with Holden. Holden, Woods run around with Holden, brings in Roberts. Roberts though once again well caught, this time by Walsh. Sixth tackle, Holden swings it back to John Woods. Woods puts up a high kick. Mick Burke's underneath it for Oldham. Takes it well though, then caught by Cullen and John Woods. This time for the play the ball, McCarthy. Woods is there, along with Tony Humphries. Flanagan this time. Stopped over on that far side. Flanagan drops the ball. Sanderson drives forward over that far side, just makes it to his own 25-yard line before he's brought down this time. Goes out, Peters. This time it's Hugh Waddle. Waddle moves forward for Oldham. That's 5 tackles. This is the 6th just outside their own 25, Oldham. Goes back this time to Mick Burt. Burt kicks downfield, the high one into the gloomy sky. It's well taken by Brian Johnson. Johnson. He's stopped by Paul Round. Cullen this time to Mike Gregory. Gregory drives forward, still going. Stopped on the halfway line this time. Tamati to Keith Holden. Holden swings it back to McGinty. McGinty trying to stride forward, throws the ball back, taken by Cullen. Holden to John Woods. Woods now looking to straighten up, trying to get away from Flanagan but can't. Holden man lies on the halfway line. And the referee has stopped the clock for the injury. And maybe a serious injury as the referee was concerned to stop play. It may be Ian Sanderson. Warming up below me. Mick Barnsley warms up on the touchline for Oldham. But Sanderson plays on. Warrington. Kevin Tamati moving forward now for Warrington. Woods, Holden going across field, feeds Sanderson. Sanderson looking to get away from his man, still going. Brought down finally by Neil Clausen. 6th tackle then as Holden puts in a kick, a deep one. Well taken though. And that's a tap from the 25 for Oldham. Taking quickly. Sanderson takes it on to Hugh Waddell. Waddell, Humphries comes across with John Woods. Short one with Peters, Clawson. Some good strong runs coming in from Neil Clawson at the moment. Goes out with Flanagan, gives a dummy, looking to go through himself. Lilly finds a gap down the centre. He's still going, it's Teddy Flanagan. Finally brought down by Billy McGinty. Goes out this time, a kick comes in from Walsh. Brian Johnson going back. Bounced up nicely for him. Brian Johnson then moves forward. Goes to a gap down the centre. Johnson finds it, looking a bit, he's on the outside again. Brian Johnson still going, kicks ahead, there's a chase now. Drummond and Burke, Johnson's there, there's a chase for the ball. Drummond picks it up, hits his knee. Brian Johnson goes for it, he gets it. Oh, the referee doesn't give it. After all that excitement, doesn't give a great beat from Brian Johnson. It hit Drummond's knees. It may have been a try, the referee didn't get it. And Ian Sanderson does go off after that injury, and on comes substitute Mick Barnsley. As Warrington nearly come close to scoring their first try of the match. Flanagan makes a couple of yards before he stops. And in fact, Warrington have pinched the ball up. With it comes Mike Gregory. Warrington then slowly with the tails up at the start of the second half. It's McGinty going down the centre. Warrington then with 5 more tackles just outside the own 25. Kevin Tamati short to Humphries. Humphries powers forward. Still Tony Humphries is still going. Fine strong run from Tony Humphries. 4 tackles left then, just inside the own 25. It's Tamati, swings it out this time. McGinty's on the ground. Here's Keith Holden, swings it out to Dwayne. Dwayne looks to beat his man on the outside, just caught. He's up again, looks for support, finds it from Holden. Holden this time, finds straightens up, looks to beat his man on the outside, but can't. And Warrington lose ground, it's Kevin Tamati, looks like he's down injured. And a stretcher being called for. Meanwhile here now is Gary Sanderson. Sanderson though well tackled by substitute Parsley. That's 5 tackles, this is a 6. It's McGinty who's down the floor. It's pulled up by John Woods. Mick Burke's underneath it again. He takes it well though, chased by Cullen, gets away from him. Caught this time though by John Woods. All action at the moment here at Witherspoon with 7 minutes gone in this second half. All now have it. Parsley running in, strong tackle there from Paul Cullen. Things hotting up now at the moment here. It's taken this time. Flanagan slipped past, hit going through the centre. Cullen in with a good tackle. This time it's Walsh, he swings it out this time with Mal Graham. Mal Graham though well tackled. Mark Roberts puts his in back a few extra yards after the immediate tackle from Gary Sanderson. Well, this time goes himself in the play, the ball runs in high, lots of support, finds it from Barsley. Barsley storms through in the centre. That's 5 tackles for Oldham, this is a 6. He goes on to Walsh, he switches it back to Mick Burt. Burt kicks downfield into the hands of Brian Johnson, lets it bounce, he takes it safely, hands it straight onto Drummond. Drummond then running straight, head down, crashes in. Mike Gregory comes goal from the play of the ball. He drives it to the Oldham half. Bob Jackson about to make a return. Billy McGinty's already gone off as Holden swings it on to Gary Sanderson. Sanderson drives forward, makes a couple of extra yards before he's finally stopped. Tamati swings it out with Keith Holden. Holden onto Woods. Woods now looks for a gap down the centre. Looks at hands off his man, throws that back to McGinty. McGinty going across field but caught. Brian Johnson, Holden, slip past to Roberts. Roberts flies through, lost the ball, finds it from Mike Gregory. Gregory now still going. Finally caught this time. That's 5 tackles, it is a 6. Tamati. That's a knock on, that'll be Oldham back in possession.
And then again we see a Warrington play, pulling the ball away discussed.
Warrington looking to make a substitution.
He's penalised for Neckie. It's not penalising Warrington, they're going to make a substitution.
Bob Jackson will come back on for Billy McGinty. So Bob Jackson on, off goes Billy McGinty, limping from the field. Meanwhile, Oldham with Bardsley.
Still 2 points up.
10 minutes gone, half an hour to go. Still Oldham lead by 8 points to 6. Peters swings it on to Mal Graham. Graham, good cover tackle coming across from Gary Sanderson and John Woods. Flanagan this time, goes himself in the play of the ball. Good tackle from Tamati, still gets his ball away. Walsh, he's caught just short of the halfway line. Flanagan this time swings it across. Clawson onto Hugh Waddell. Breaks 2 tackles. Waddell now storming forward. Still Hugh Waddell. He's going for the corner. Will he get there? Roy Dwayne comes back and brings him down. Fine run from Hugh Waddell. 10 yards then from the Warrington line. Across the line it goes. Peters overlap here. It's taken by Bardsley. Bardsley chances here. He's going for the line. He's over. A try for Oldham in the corner. Paul round the scorer. So, second try to Oldham. The try scorer Paul Round. Could be an important kick here from Walsh. If he scores it, Warrington will have to score twice. They're trying to go would put Warrington level. Walsh, he strikes it well. It's a great kick for Peter Walsh. (14-6) to Oldham. With just under half an hour to go of the game. John Woods restarts, fires it down the centre. Mick Burt's there, knocks on. Told to drop out from underneath their own posts. Hanson cushion at the moment of 14 points to 6. Just 2 tries have been scored and they've both gone to Oldham. And they're the difference at the moment, 3 goal kicks each, but those 2 tries separating the 2 sides. It's a dropout, Mike Gregory's there, takes it safely. Mike Gregory then running hard for Warrington, runs straight, stopped on the Oldham 25. Warrington then 5 tackles, looking for an immediate reply. Kevin Tamati onto Sanderson. Sanderson now moves forward, he's stopped by Terry Flanagan. Tamati once more, onto Holden. Brings in Humphreys. Humphreys powers down the centre. He's stopped midway inside the Oldham 25. Kevin Tamati. Holden this time. Woods. Slip past to Jackson. Releasing Dwayne. Dwayne trying to get the ball away but can't. John Woods this time. Blindside to Tamati. Tamati driving forward. Still Kevin Tamati. He's stopped 10 yards short. That's 5 tackles. This is a 6. Looking for Mark Foster. Foster going for life, throws the ball back. There goes into a Oldham hand, right on the Oldham line. Warrington now want to keep Oldham in this position for these 5 tackles. Blindside, it's Teddy Flanagan striding forward, clears his lines well. John Woods up quickly to bring his man down. Bob Jackson also in there. 25 minutes to go in this John Player Special quarter-final game. Oldham leading by 14 points to 6. Teddy Flanagan this time across to Steve Peters, slip pass. Driving forward Bardsley, some strong running here from Oldham, causing Warrington plenty of problems. This is a 6th tackle. Flanagan back to Walsh, switches it. Mick Burt kicks downfield. Matt Foster going back into his own 25, takes it, gives a dummy to Brian Johnson. Mark Foster then runs straight, stopped midway inside his own half. John Woods on to Keith Holden. Holden Swings it back to Mike Gregory. But no gaps to pay for Warrington at the moment. Tamati gives the dummy, tries to go himself. Still Tamati strides forward, takes play back inside the Oldham half. They need a quick score now as Holden kicks downfield. Mick Burke and Brian McCarthy go back for it, but the ball should bounce dead, and it does.
Attack on the 22. So now Oldham.
And Oldham will be back in possession with a tap from their own 25-yard line. The lead by 14 points to 6. Steve Peters to take the tap from the 25. Drives in, makes 5 yards before he's stopped. No rush for Oldham, even though there's still 25 minutes to go. Here's Teddy Flanagan. Peters swings it on this near side. Clausen driving through once again. Neil Clausen. These good driving runs causing Warrington plenty of problems. Mal Graham this time. Walsh, short one to Hugh Waddle. Waddle driving through. He's stopped and pushed back by Paul Cullen and Gary Sanderson. Flanagan this time goes himself in the play of the ball. Brought down again by Paul Cullen. That's 5 tackles for Oldham. This is a 6. It goes back this time, switched back to Mick Burke. But his kick will sail straight into touch and Warrington will be back in possession. The ball quickly on. Bob Jackson looking to get on with things. Plays it quickly to Mike Gregory. Gregory leaves it. And Oldham back in possession. Paul Round has it now. Stopped by Jackson and Humphries. They're trying to push him back. Flanagan, short it goes. Peters, Waddle throws the ball back. Peters dragged to the floor by Bob Jackson. Flanagan once more, swings it on to Barnsley. Barnsley head down, drives in, makes 4 or 5 yards before he's finally stopped. Flanagan again, swings it out. Peters, Walsh, Burke. Nice pass, McCarthy, but Drummond with a good tackle on this near touch line, bring him down. So it's come down immediately in front of us in our position at the back of the main stand here at Witherspoon. Warrington needing possession, they need to score quickly. 14-6 they're down. Holden to put the ball in and it goes. Warrington will be in possession. Holden has it. John Woods, Cullen around with Woods, brings in Dwayne. Dwayne powering down the centre, but once again some good Oldham tackling comes in to stop him. Roy Dwayne being held down, finally gets up and plays it to Cullen. Out to Keith Holden, swings it on to Mike Gregory. Gregory, he's buckled up and pushed back. One as if Warrington's look in his composition is about to come to an end. Had some look at Carlisle and against Hull KR. But at the moment they're struggling against second division leaders. Oldham, the ball keeps going now with Bob Jackson. Jackson powering forward. Tamasi this time, swings it on to Holden. Holden, little grubber kick through, bouncing towards the corner. Fine kick from Keith Holden. Takes play 10 yards from the Oldham line for a scrum down. And Warrington no doubt desperate for possession from this scrum. No doubt Oldham will be as well. An important scrum then for both sides as we approach at the halfway stage in this second half. Just over 20 minutes to go. Warrington will need to score twice to get back into this game. Peters puts the ball in, goes through his legs but manages to still keep hold of it. And Oldham are in possession as the gloom starts to set in once more. Warrington, no doubt, we've wanted to keep Oldham in this position. Oldham kick downfield to give Warrington back possession. Cross the line it goes this time. Bob Jackson in there quickly for Warrington. Teddy Flanagan waits for it to the acting half-back position. Swings it out this time to Steve Peters. Peters looks for the gap again and finds it. Good run again from Steve Peters. Takes play to just short of the Oldham 25. Goes across the line once more to Hugh Waddle. Waddle once again drives in, looks to get the ball away, drops it. Oldham though still in possession. Across the line it goes with Paul Round. Nice pass this time to Winnecke. Winnecke still going, caught by Cullen, gets the ball back to Clawson. Clawson still going. And he's finally stopped. That's 5 tackles then for Oldham. Midway inside their own half. Little kick through, Mick Burt's following it. Brian Johnson comes for it, takes it superbly. Brian Johnson then looks for support. Finally brought down over on that far side. Tamati to Keith Holden, Holden on to Dwayne. Dwayne. John Woods swings it out, Drummond, Cullen trying to go through, still Cullen. Sanderson to Mark Roberts. Woods recovers it. John Woods now coming down this near side. Still Woods, but he slips as he meets his man. Drummond this time swings it on to Tamati. Tamati drops it. That's a knock on and scrum down. There's a few heads dropping on the Warrington side at the moment. So scrum down 5 yards inside the Oldham half. Peters then puts the ball in, penalised for feeding. Warrington need a score with 20 minutes to go, just under. John Woods then to put the ball into touch, makes no mistake. Warrington now with 6 tackles just outside the Oldham 25. John Woods takes it to Tamati. Holden, Woods, Jackson. Jackson still going, finally brought down 5 yards short of the Oldham 25. Cullen this time, back to John Woods. Woods looking for a gap himself, jinks about. Caught this time though by Paul Round on the 25. Cullen this time, out to Holden. Holden going across field, lovely pass on to Dwayne, but Dwayne's dropped it. And Oldham are back in possession, midway inside their own 25. Right, Dwayne stayed down. And Warrington have pinched the ball. They need a score. They've had plenty of possession in the first half. They've had plenty of possession so far, but have not used it to any great effect. Here's Mark Roberts though. The crowd now trying to get behind them. There's some anxious faces in the crowd from Warrington supporters. Here's Woods, Jackson, still Bob Jackson. 3 Oldham players there though parading round him. And a penalty given to Warrington. Yanking the ball out of Bob Jackson's hands. Some discussion about what they should do, go for goal or go for tap. Go for touch, Kevin Tamati. Gives it to John Woods, and Woods puts the ball into touch. Chances here then for Warrington. 10 yards from the Oldham line. They've got 6 tackles. It's Tamati. It's Humphreys powering for the line. Still Humphreys is held up over. Warrington players keep him in play. He's held up right over the line. Chances then here for Warrington, right on the Oldham line. Tamati, Holden going across fields. Back comes Sanderson, lovely little side step from Sanderson, looks for support, finds it from Holden. Holden now gives a dummy, swings it on here. Chances, bringing it. Oh, back in it for Warrington. Right in the corner, great move from Warrington there. They're back in it with a 5-4 in the corner. So Warrington hit back with a Paul Cullen try. Makes it 14-10 with a conversion attempt to come from John Woods. So that is the sort of thing Warrington need. There's a huge overlap and Warrington exploited it to the full with Paul Cullen going over in the corner. Conversion attempt then from John Woods. Strikes it well, but just goes wide. So it's 14-10 with 15 minutes to go of the game. So on to restart with Walsh. Just 4 points now separating the two sides. Walsh restarts. Mike Gregory, he'll leave it for Brian Johnson. Johnson takes it, hands it on to Ronnie Dwayne. Dwayne now powers forward. Stop 5 yards short of his own 25. Warrington wants to be in the opposite half of the field at the moment. Here's Kevin Tamanty driving forward now. Tamanty drives in. Roberts on the blind side. Drummond picks it up, but that would be a knock on and a scrum down. So another scrum then on the 25. Oldham have head and ball, so by rights they should have possession from this scrum. The ball goes in, Oldham in possession. Peters, good tackle from Mike Gregory, but Oldham then on the attack inside the Warrington 25. They look for an immediate reply now. Mal Graham, head down, drives in, makes 4 or 5 yards. Steve Peters swings it out to Hugh Waddell. Waddell drives through, gets out of one tackle. Still going, Warrington try and pinch the ball but can't. Waddell's held up in the tackle midway side of the Warrington 25. Peters this time, feeding down the centre. Clawson, he stopped 10 yards short. Flanagan, on this near side it goes, head down, but Walsh can find no way through. That's 5 tackles, this is a 6th for Oldham, 5 yards from the line. Peters swings it back to Waddell. Waddell crashes in, but that's 6 tackles and the turnover right on the Warrington line with 14 minutes to go. Holden plays it to Tamanty. Tamanty comes away with the ball. Drummond plays it. Drummond. It's some important yardage though. Des Drummond holding this time. Brings in Mike Gregory. Gregory driving forward, stopped midway inside his own 25. John Woods this time out to Keith Holden. Holden to Cullen. Cullen to Dwayne. Dwayne powers forward. Still Ronnie Dwayne is crashing through. Good strong running from Ronnie Dwayne. Holden to John Woods. Woods looking for a gap himself. Nice pass to Humphries. Humphries. Nice 2 local set plays there for Warrington though. That's 5 tackles. This is a 6. It goes back to John Woods. Woods gives a dummy. Cuts inside one man. Goes down the centre. Kicks ahead. A chase for the ball. Woods is chasing it. Mick Burke's going back for Oldham. Burke takes it. Picks it up safely but runs in to Woodson and Foster. They push him back over his own line. And the referee says to make Burke get up right on his own line. Oldham now under pressure after a fine kick from John Woods. Warrington, they push him back a few extra yards. Just over 10 minutes to go of an absorbing cup tie here at Witherspoon. Over on that blind side. But Oldham still have the lead of 14-10 and they're inside their own 25. Midway, in fact, plays it to Flanagan. Flanagan short to Clawson. Clawson trying to drive through. That's 4 tackles. A couple of tackles left for Oldham. No doubt they want to get that ball booted down the field as fast as possible. Here's Hugh Waddell. Hugh Waddell, though, brought down. That is 5 tackles. This is the 6th. Mick Burt waits for it. In fact, it goes on the blind side to Walsh. Kicks it across field. An awkward one, but Cullen takes it well. And Oldham offside. Ball round. Mike Gregory leaves it for Holden. Over will come John Woods, no doubt, to put the ball deep into the Oldham half. John Woods then makes no mistake. Chances then here for Warrington. Drummond taps it. He'll go himself, head down, crashes in. Makes good ground. Drummond still going. He's stopped 10 yards short of the Oldham line. Warrington at the moment now on the attack. It's on to Mike Gregory. Gregory drives forward. He's stopped 5 yards short. Chances then here for Warrington. The crowd are going wild. It's Tamati. Humphries parrying for the line. He's just held over. Some desperate Oldham defending coming at the moment now. As Warrington look for it. That's a winning try. He goes across. Tamati is held up over the Oldham line and pushed back. Couple of tackles left here for Warrington. Mike Gregory will take it from the acting half-back position. Gregory. Woods out to Johnson. Chances here now. Back inside. Dwayne, he's got the ball. The ball still loose. It's picked up by Woods. His way play on. It's across to Foster. He does well to take it. Foster goes back inside. That's 5 tackles. This is the 6th. What can they make from this play? It's the 6th tackle. It goes on to John Woods. Woods, a good chip over. He's folded it himself. It's right on the Oldham line. It's well taken from Oldham. And the pressure is down with 9 minutes to go. No rush for Oldham. They've got that important lead at the moment. What a cup time we've got in our hands at the moment. Oldham then driving out to their own 25 with some good strong forward runs, and once again they're doing it again with this time Warrington pushing back.
Warrington desperately trying to put pressure on.
Out to Hugh Waddell. Once again running hard and strong this time. He can't break any tackles. Brought down a couple of yards short of his 25. That's 5 tackles for Oldham. This is a 6. Goes over to Walsh. Walsh kicks across field. Paul Cullen's there, takes it well. Cullen then moves forward for Warrington, looks to go through the gap, but caught. Drummond goes himself on the blind side. Drummond feeds Roberts. Roberts crashing through. He's stopped on the Oldham 25. Keith Holm this time to Mike Gregory. Gregory looks at the gap and finds it. Mike Gregory goes through it. Tries to throw the ball back but can't. He gets up, plays it to himself. Looks to get away from Flanagan. Gets the ball back. Referee waves away for a test of offside. This time it's on to Holden. Holden's still going, still Keith Holden. They go grab a kick, it's not himself, chances here. Oh, it's the referee! It's the referee! Well, Warrington were going to score, the referee stood right in the way, and the ball hits him and the chance has gone. Oh, Sanderson could well have been walking in under the posts. So an important scrum just 5 yards from the Oldham line. Holden to put the ball in for Warrington. Important scrum. Warrington need possession.
About 1 minute to 2, so probably 10 minutes to go.
Tensions, moments here at Wetherspoon at the moment. With 7 minutes to go, the referee still not happy with these scrums. The scrum finally collapses. Warrington man down, the scrum will reform once more. Once again the scrums not to Mr. Holdsworth's liking. The ball goes in, Warrington will be in possession, Holden. It was offside surely and kicked away.
Number 12.
And that could be an important knockdown by Mal Graham. 5,048. So a second scrum in quick succession with 6.5 minutes to go. Once again, Warrington will be able to put the ball in. Ball goes in and Holden's penalised. The feeding. Oldham here will clear the danger with a penalty from Mick Burke. And Oldham puts the ball safely into touch. Flanagan then takes it, hands it on to Hugh Waddell. Waddell drives in, still Waddell crashing forward. The ball's been pitched by Drummond. Warrington back in possession. Tamati, out it goes to Cullen, Woods, Johnson. The ball's been dropped and Oldham are back in possession. Injury to an Oldham player. Referee stops the clock. So still the excitement is just unrelenting at the moment. 14-10 still the score. We're now into the last 5 minutes of the game. Flanagan swings it across with Walsh. Walsh gives a dummy, looks for the gap himself, moves forward. He's stopped just short of the halfway line by Mike Gregory.
This game is still not by far any means over.
Flanagan goes over that far side and moves forward.
Warrington then.
Young player man of the match, led by the Francis. Oldham's number 8, Neil Clausen.
Neil Clausen given the man of the match. As Oldham move forward in the shape of Gary Winecki, that's 5 tackles, this is a 6. What will Oldham produce on this 6th tackle? The Grubber kick through and it's a good one. So Warrington need possession. They need one flash of inspiration or brilliance now. The ball's out and Oldham are in possession. Oldham could seal the match here. Paul round. John Woods has pinched the ball. John Woods now moves forward, throws out a risky pass, and it was nearly intercepted. He's dropped the ball again. He was picked up by Tamati. Tamati now moves forward, hands off his man. Kevin Tamati now driving forward. Still Tamati does well there. Company of errors on both sides there, but Warrington are in possession. And a penalty to Warrington. Look, a bit of an aggravation on the floor on this near side. There's 3 minutes to go plus injury time here. Oldham lead by 14 points to 10. Woods puts the ball into touch. Woods on to Jackson. Jackson head down, drives in, crashes forward, makes good 10 yards. What an entertaining game this has been. What an advert for rugby league. Oldham lead at the moment. Mike Gregory switches it on to Drummond. Drummond crashing through the middle. He's caught this time, gets the ball back to John Woods. Was trying to find a way through but can't. Stopped by Bardsley. Sanderson, Holden, little grubber kick through. It's a chip kick over the top. It's taken by Mick Burke. Burke hands off one man, still Burke. Finally brought down over on that far touchline. Time running out now. Seconds ticking by in favour of Oldham at the moment. 6 more tackles they've got. The Oldham fans already waiting to run onto the field. That's how close they are from victory at the moment. Flanagan makes a couple of extra yards, no doubt. It's ball up the jumper time for Oldham. Goes across to Hugh Waddell. Waddell makes a couple of extra yards. 2.5 minutes now between Oldham and semi-final place. Mal Graham. That's 5 tackles. This is a 6. Warrington may have just one more chance in this game. It goes back to Burke. Burke gets away from one man, throws it onto Round. Round kicks it through. He's following the ball himself. Brian Johnson takes it, and Brian Johnson then caught by Paul Round. 2 minutes to go. This could be Warrington's last chance. Can Des Drummond produce something? Drummond, he's caught by Round. John Woods goes himself in the play of the ball. Woods swings it back to Holden. Holden swings it onto Sanderson. Sanderson trying to cut inside, throws it back to Cullen. Cullen throws a nice pass out to Humphries. Humphries now moving forward. Still Tony Humphries. Warrington have to start throwing this ball about now because time is not on their side. About 90 seconds to go. It's on with John Woods. Woods swings it out to Johnson. Johnson cuts inside, beats 2 men. Finally brought down 10 yards from the halfway line. Sanderson to Woods. Woods looking to throw the ball about. Woods going through, looks to get the ball away to Drummond but can't. That's 5 tackles, this is a 6. Sanderson, Holden, a chip across through the top. It's Mick Burt takes it. And that could be it for Warrington with a minute to go.
Warrington have thrown at him. He's shouting his own players and come on, he said.
No doubt, it's just no rush now for Oldham. They are going to win, I'm sure now, unless Warrington can have an interception. Because we're now ticking by to the last 30 seconds. Slight bit of injury time, but not that much as Peters takes another tackle. round this time, goes himself, turns, that's 5 tackles, this is the 6th. Now moving into coming up to injury time. Short one to Walsh, grubber kick, deflects off the heel of Cullen, picked up by Drummond. Drummond now, but no way through for Drummond this time, now playing injury times. Tamati, Holden, swings it onto Cullen. Cullen throws it out to Dwayne. Dwayne back to Foster. Foster, no way through. Keith Holden, long pass to John Woods. Woods, long one out to Drummond. Drummond cuts back inside, back to Brian Johnson. Johnson though is brought down. And it looks like Oldham are into the jump play semi-final now, just seconds now. We're playing, coming up to 30 seconds of injury time. Every tackle now, the hooter must have about to go any second now. Well into injury time as Wood swings it to Holden, to Johnson. Johnson cuts inside, still Brian Johnson, onto Jackson, swings it back to Roberts. Roberts does the support, finally brought down. That's 5 tackles. This will decide the match, the 6th tackle. And that will decide the match. Oldham in possession, and that will be Oldham into the John Players semi-finals with a 14-10 victory, I'm sure, unless anything can go Warrington's way. Steve Peters makes a couple of extra yards. Well, Oldham did it last year in the Challenge Cup when they beat Wigan, and they've done it again this season in the John Players Special Trophy. Because they've beaten Warrington, looks like now 14-10. Warrington had the look in the first round and in the second round, and Oldham have beaten Warrington this afternoon here at Willisville by 14 points to 10. It's jubilant Oldham players. They congratulate each other, the supporters are on as well. Warrington, they had a try from Paul Cullen, 3 goals from John Woods. Oldham had 2 tries, 1 from Teddy Flanagan and 1 from Paul Round, and they have 3 goals from Peter Walsh. Oldham march on into the John Player Trophy semi-finals with what is somewhat a surprise victory here at Willisville. Warrington beaten for the first time by an English club side at Willisville this season. The final score then from me, your commentator Tony Gleave, is Warrington 10, Oldham 14.